Okay, now we've come to the part about how you're going to get your handle for your whip. I'm going to turn a piece of zebra wood. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail or show a lot of footage of this because most people that I know don't even make their own handles. And I sell a lot of handles for the whip we've made. I'm going to use a piece of zebra wood. It's a lighter weight African exotic. As far as wood weights goes, the ash handles I make are the lightest. They're actually lighter than the PVC pipe handles that are out there. I've experimented with those before and found that the ash handle was lighter. That was actually kind of surprising. But so we're going to make a handle. If you need a handle, like I say, you can carve it. You can get you a lathe and a nice video on turning wood to learn about how to do that stuff right. I'm no expert. Skip Sansucci has been a great help to me for improving my handles, and we're going to sand it down all the way down to where we're using steel wool to polish it, and then a coating of oil, peanut oil, and then beeswax on the handle for the finish. There's no chemicals on this. This is going to be all natural wood, all natural everything. You're going to have it turned. This one's going to be 14 inches. You can make it longer if you want to. That's just my standard size. And we'll be drilling down in the end, drilling up through the side here to make it where we can connect our thong to it. So I'm going to get started, and we'll have a few clips from the process, not much in detail though, and we're going to get this thing done.
Okay, starting to take shape, starting to look like a cow whip handle, and we're going to do a little more turning here. We're going to sand it down, finish it, take it off, get ready to remove the piece of scrap stock after we've drilled the holes, or either way, do it the other way as well. And we're not too far from being done here. Alright, I've got it shaped like I want. I started sanding on it a little bit. That's what it looks like so far. I'm going to get it sanded down real nice and smooth and get it finished, and we'll take it off the lathe. Okay, here we have the finished handle. I've taken off the scrap piece on the end there, took my Dremel, shaped it up, sanded it down, made it nice there on the end. You see the grain in the wood. It's real nice looking wood. It's very light. It's I don't know, probably I'd guess maybe 4 or 5 ounces, I'm thinking. I drilled out the end here. Took my Dremel and used it to taper the edges here where there's no edges, and just kind of slopes it in there where the whip can be pulled into there if you want it that way. You got 1 hole through the side. Sometimes people do 2, and that's all there is to that. And we'll get it put together after we wax the whip, and it'll be ready to go. Well, I've got my wax going here. Got the pot heating up. This is not the safest way to heat your wax, so don't mimic me here. If you do so at your own risk. This is could be very dangerous if that wax was to get too hot and accidentally ignite. It can do it. A double boiler method is the recommended way to do it. Of course, I do it my own way. We're going to get this stuff melted. By the time it's melted, it'll be about the right temperature, which I think I measured it one time, it's around 215 degrees. I think some folks that still wax their whips probably don't heat it quite that hot. It's not going to damage the whip or anything. I've read that kind of stuff on the internet that it damaged, and I don't think it does. It doesn't get hot enough to harm the nylon. The other thing is, I think it makes the whip more durable. It definitely makes the whip impervious to water. Moisture will not set up inside of this thing. It won't mildew or anything like that if it gets wet. I mean, this stuff will be soaked through and through the thong of this whip when we get it done. So I'm going to continue to heat the wax for a minute, then I'll dip it in there, let it soak it up, and it'll be ready. Alright, I got the whip dropped in there. Maybe you can see, I don't know if you can see it's bubbling. Okay, it's not boiling, it's just all the little air pockets are getting filled in with wax. And as soon as those bubbles subside or quit, I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to tie a knot in the end there, hang it from a nail out here and stretch it a little bit and just let it cool some and roll it up, and we'll be ready to attach it to the handle. Okay, we've got the whip put together here. We've got it tied on. Put it in through there, brought the laces out the side, tied it on with a series of overhand knots there. Fairly simple, but it looks good. Everything's ready to go. I've got the wood burner heating up right now. Remember earlier I was talking about this little fuzzy bit of cord that sticks out here where you started your tapered twist. Forgot to show you how to deal with that. You can just take your wood burner, if there's anything sticking out there, just give it a little heat, melt it down a little bit, get rid of that, seal it up where maybe it won't be a problem anymore, won't look ugly. I went ahead and I've got the fall trim down to 26 inches. I've got a popper put on it now that's made out of tarred nylon drop line. It's used for catfishing. Stuff is what I use for the foundation knots of my bull, or the foundation for my knots on my bullwhip. It's very tough stuff. Something I'm trying out as a popper. It's not the easiest thing to twist up, but I think it's going to last. So there's where we are now. What I'm about to do is I'm going to brand my initials on the bottom of the whip, and that will officially be a finished Rhett Kelley made cow whip.